Well, good news for Peshawar Zalmi because they have made it into the playoffs. Remember, this game was extremely crucial in terms of where the team stand. They made 196 in their 20 overs. Babar Azam once again shining with the bat. No surprises there. He's Mr. Consistent for Peshawar Zalmi. He was the top scorer. And in response, Quetta Gladiators fell well short of the target. They were poor with the bat and helped to have some brilliant performances with the ball from Mehran Mumtaz, Luke Wood, Saim Ayub. Let's not forget him. He's not only scoring runs with the bat, he's got this ability to take wickets as well. Took 2 wickets, and Peshawar Zalmi, well, it was a convincing victory by 76 runs. Well, it's all coming together nicely for Peshawar Zalmi when you look at the kind of performances we've seen in the past. That top order scoring runs, they've got hitters in the middle, and they've got bowlers now who can take wickets. And one such all-rounder joins us in the studio today. He's taking wickets and scoring runs. Aamer Jamal and Sana Mir next to him. Aamer, thank you so much for joining us. Peshawar Zalmi ने कि लगता है गुड्डी सही टाइम पे उड़ रही है, सही टाइम पे गुड्डी उड़ी है क्योंकि प्लेऑफ्स में पहुंच गए हैं और आपकी भी कंट्रीब्यूशन जो है बड़ी ज़बरदस्त रही है. बैटिंग में भी रन्स बना रहे हैं, बॉलिंग में भी विकेट्स ले रहे हैं, तो राज क्या है?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. राज बेसिकली हमारा ये है कि जो हम प्लान जस्ट बिफोर स्टार्ट ऑफ द गेम बनाते हैं, हमारी 100% कोशिश होती है कि हम उसके हिसाब से ही गेम को लेके चलें. आइदर इट्स स्टार्ट ऑफ द गेम, इट्स द मिडल ऑफ द गेम और इट्स एंड ऑफ द गेम. तो हमें मेरे ख्याल में सक्सेसफुल इसलिए हम रह पा रहे हैं क्योंकि हम प्लान्स के हिसाब से एग्जीक्यूशन अच्छी कर रहे हैं.
और दूसरी चीज़ जो एक नज़र आ रही है, बड़े यंगस्टर्स हैं अराउंड. यू नो, Peshawar Zalmi इज़ द टीम दैट इज़ कंसिडर्ड वन दैट रियली इनकरेजेस एंड प्रमोट्स यूथ. चाहे आप साइम अयूब हो गए या हारिस हो गए या मेहरान हो गए, तो एक चीज़ ये जो कल्चर है, इसका क्रेडिट आप किसको देंगे?
मेरे ख्याल में इस चीज़ का मैं क्रेडिट एक तो अकरम भाई को भी दूंगा ड्यूरिंग द ड्राफ्ट, बिफोर द ड्राफ्ट, और बाबर भाई को भी दूंगा क्योंकि उनकी कम्युनिकेशन होती रहती है और वो जो नया टैलेंट आ रहा होता है तो बेसिकली उनको वो चाह रहे हैं कि उनको जितना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उनको मौका दें, उनको अपने आप को निखारने के लिए. और मेरे ख्याल में ये बेस्ट प्लेटफॉर्म है PSL का. यहाँ पे अपने आप को जितने भी वो कैपेबल हैं वो अपनी एबिलिटीज़ यहाँ पे शो करते हैं. और मेरे ख्याल में साइम, हारिस, हसीब और मेहरान ने जितना अभी तक परफॉर्म किया है, मेरे ख्याल में वो बेस्ट रहा.
और आपकी बॉलिंग पिछले 2 मैचों में ज़रा और बेहतर नज़र आ रही है. और सेलिब्रेशन की जो बात आप करते हैं, आप कहते हैं मैं हर दफ़ा नया सेलिब्रेट करूंगा, तो आज भी एक नई सेलिब्रेशन देखी हमने. उसका क्या मतलब था?
सेलिब्रेशन का मतलब ये था कि मुझे लगा, अपनी तरफ से मैंने सोचा कि शायद मेरे ख्याल में बाउंड्री होगी. मैं सोचा था कि ये पहुंच नहीं पाएगा, लेकिन ही टुक अ ब्रिलियंट कैच, ही मेड ऑल दैट ग्राउंड. और मेरे ख्याल में हर दफ़ा जो सेलिब्रेशन होती है वो बस मेरे ख्याल में कहीं ना कहीं से आ जाती है.
आप नहीं चाहते कि आपकी भी हसन अली की तरह एक कोई हो, जिस तरह उनकी जनरेटर है, आपका भी कोई एक मोटर इंजन, कोई इस किस्म की कोई सेलिब्रेशन?
मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि मैं कावासाकी ले लूँ. एक
किसकी?
कावासाकी स्कूटर नहीं होता बगैर साइलेंसर की? हाँ वो वाला, उसकी कोशिश.
ये क्या है? ये जरा ये कर क्या रहे हैं, जरा एक्सप्लेन करें. ये कोई योगा तो नहीं हो रही बैठ के जमीन के ऊपर योगा मोड में कहीं?
नहीं, मैं बेसिकली इसको ये बस आई डोंट नो वेयर इट कम्स फ्रॉम, लेकिन जस्ट इट सडनली केम और मैंने कहा यार ये तो विकेट आ गई है, तो बस.
यानी आपको भी नहीं पता चला कि विकेट आ गई है? तो
मैं सोच नहीं रहा था, मुझे लगा ये स्ट्रेट बाउंड्री हो गई है. और फिर मैंने जब बॉल को देखा कि पहुंचते पहुंचते बस पहुंच ही गया, फिर मैंने कहा इस पे सेलिब्रेशन नहीं बनती, इस पे बैठना बनता है.
ज़ैनब कैच ऐसा था उनका कि आमिर जमाल जैसा प्लेयर ज़ैन हो गया. आप सोचें.
हाँ, वाकई ज़ैन हो गया. लेकिन एक आपकी चीज़ ज़ैन की बात हो रही, तो ये असल में लाइफ में भी काफ़ी ज़ैन है. अगर देखा जाए ना, तो एक इंसान होता है जो बड़ा मतलब प्रेशर नहीं लेता, काम लगता है, तो
प्रेशर में तो ज़्यादा अच्छा खेलते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली. तो क्या ऐसा ही है आमिर? क्योंकि हमने आपको देखा है कि यू नो, जिस तरह की आपकी परफॉर्मेंसेस थी इवन इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, द काइंड ऑफ परफॉर्मेंसेस दैट वी सॉ फ्रॉम यू, इट जस्ट सीम्स दैट you seem to really do well, you seem to thrive in pressure.
बेसिकली मैं अपनी 100% एफर्ट करता हूँ. मैं सिचुएशन, कंडीशंस कुछ भी नहीं देखता और बस मैं अपने आप को बैक करता हूँ, अपनी एबिलिटीज़ को बैक करता हूँ. जैसी मर्जी सिचुएशन चल रही होती है, प्रेशर आपके ऊपर तब होता है जब आपकी तैयारी नहीं होती. तो बेसिकली जब आपने प्रिपरेशन की होती है तो फिर आप उसको प्रेशर फील नहीं करते. तो मेरा इसी चीज़ पे काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीव है कि ये सारी वो चीज़ें हैं जो हम करके आ चुके हुए हैं. कैंप्स वगैरह भी हमारे लगते हैं. ऑब्वियसली अभी मुझे इस पे भी कहेंगे कि ये बहुत अपने आप को समझना शुरू हो गया, लेकिन ऑब्वियसली आप नहीं कहेंगे, शायद कोई कह दे। दूसरा ये है कि मेरे ख्याल में मैं इस चीज़ पे बिलीव रखता हूँ कि आपने जब हार्ड वर्क किया होता है या आपने एक चीज़ को बार बार किया होता है तो आपको कमांड भी होती है। सम टाइम आप फेल होते हैं, लेकिन आप फेल तब होते हैं जब आप उसे एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं, और अगर आप कीप ट्राइंग तो आपको रिजल्ट मिल जाता है।
इतनी मैच्योरिटी तो सना मीर में भी नहीं होगी जितनी मैच्योरिटी आपने दिखा दी है इन बातें कर करके। सीरियसली विमेंस डे वाले दिन आप दो खवातीन के साथ बैठे हुए और इतनी लो जी
कब होता
ये
है
हाल है इनका। वो
मार्च।
कह रहे हैं आज विमेंस डे है, ये मेंस डे जो होता है ना वो हर दिन होता है। मेंस डे तो हर दिन होता है।
अगली दफा के
आपने
लिए
याद करा दिया, मैं अपनी बेगम को जाते साथ ही मैसेज कर दूंगा, वरना
उनको जाके उनको विश करें, क्योंकि उनके सपोर्ट के बगैर आप यहाँ नहीं होंगे। ऑब्वियसली वो जो एक फैमिली का सपोर्ट होता है उसके बारे में बात कर लेते हैं, कितना जरूरी होता है, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज फॉर देम टू बी बैकिंग यू। क्योंकि क्रिकेटर की लाइफ में वी सीन दैट सना, यू बीन थ्रू इट, देयर आर ऑलवेज अप्स एंड डाउन्स, सो you know to be managing that well.
Definitely ups and downs बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, आप की स्ट्रगल बहुत ज़्यादा होती है। मतलब बहुत लकी प्लेयर होते हैं जो ओवरनाइट इतनी अच्छी स्टेज पे पहुंच जाते हैं, क्योंकि आई स्टिल रिमेंबर कि हम जब अंडर 19 खेले तो उसके बाद हमें कुछ भी नहीं मिला। देयर बीन 4 years गैप, और अभी आजकल के जितने भी लड़के आ रहे हैं वो काफ़ी, मैं तो उनको बहुत लकी समझता हूँ कि वो स्ट्रेट अवे पाकिस्तान 19 से आते हैं तो ड्राफ्ट में पिक हो जाते हैं एज एन एमरजेंट, हर किस्म की मतलब पिक हो जाती है उन लोगों की। तो स्ट्रगल हर एक प्लेयर की होती है। शायद मैंने ज़्यादा स्ट्रगल किया, लेकिन द सपोर्ट आई हैव फ्रॉम माई फैमिली आई वुड लव टू शेयर। और जितनी सपोर्ट मुझे मेरी वाइफ से मिली है, बीइंग अ पार्टनर, शी इज़ बीन देयर एवरी टाइम, इन एवरी सिचुएशन व्हेन एवर आई नीड हर, और 100% credit goes to her.
Oh, well done on Women's Day. You've got all the brownie points. Aamer, you're going to get a huge...
पता नहीं था कि Women's Day पर मैसेज अच्छा दे दिया।
Right. She's going to be very happy, you know, public display of affection. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, Aamer. All the best for the next game. And you heard it from Aamer Jamal, how, you know, he's sort of grown and evolved as a cricketer overall, and the kind of support that he's had, the kind of maturity and a stable head above his shoulders. But where does that put Peshawar Zalmi? Let's have a look at where they are. They've already qualified, which is the great news for them. And Multan Sultans, remember, they're also the top qualifier in this league table. Peshawar Zalmi right behind them. Right behind them in with 11 points. Peshawar Zalmi then. Well, Aamer Jamal doesn't seem like he wants to go, really. I think he wants to celebrate, so we can have that switch now. Anyway, Peshawar Zalmi have qualified. Just a confirmation, they have qualified for the playoffs. Multan Sultans are also already there. Now it is between the other sides to make it to that number 3 and number 4 spot. Like, there are 2 spots left, 2 spots up for grabs, and the next few days will decide who makes it to them. But Butch, thank you so much once again for joining us. Quetta Gladiators just didn't show up today.
Well, I thought they did really well in the field, I'll be honest with you. At halfway, I thought that 196, 197 was very chaseable. They just batted very, very poorly. The woes that they have at the moment below the top 2, the captain not scoring any runs, with the same sort of problem as Shah Massoud in the Karachi Kings. So that was where their problems lay, and he was very honest about that, I thought, in his interview afterwards. But listen, Akil Hussain, what a performer. I've watched him around the world for quite a few years now in the Caribbean Premier League, representing the West Indies. He is a really skillful left-arm spin bowler. It was a brilliant hat-trick. The part-time keeper Laurie Evans clung on to one, then the drag-on. Brilliant catch from Riley Rousseau. And all of the celebrations were absolutely warranted. There was no over-histrionics there, because it was a brilliant moment in what looked like a fabulous comeback from Quetta Gladiators. Unfortunately, their batters, well, how shall I say it? They stunk the place out again, and unfortunately let their team down, and now they're not out of it, but they're really struggling to turn around what has been a couple of disappointing performances with the bat.
It has been rather disappointing, and like you rightly pointed out, Riley Rousseau, you know, hasn't been amongst the runs. We've seen that with Shah Massoud from Karachi Kings as well. Often when captains are part of the size, they feel the pressure, and obviously they're unable to deliver. We'll come back on that point, but let's talk about Babar Azam. We've got to talk about him, because how can we not talk about him, Sanamir? He is the darling of the crowd, the darling of Pindi, and you know, Pakistan, people in Pakistan, I guess all around the world, they absolutely love him. But it's for this very reason, his ability to consistently score runs.
Absolutely, and the way he has delivered in every match, I've yet to find a match where Babar Azam is playing and we do a post-studio or a pre-studio and we are not talking about him. I think he's got 100% record. Even if he's scoring runs, sometimes we talk about his strike rate, but today the strike rate was top-notch, 170 plus, 53 runs on the board, and the way consistently he has been batting with Saim Ayub. And he seems to really enjoy his captaincy as well as batting, and that's the best part for Peshawar Zalmi, and that's why you see so much confidence in other players as well, because the captain is performing. He's at the top of the table with 447 runs, most runs in HBL PSL 9, and his confidence is definitely trickling down for the team.
Sure
Absolutely. Absolutely is. I mean, there's so much conjecture around his strike rate and the fact that he needs to, sort of score those runs quickly, but he's done that rather well in this HBL PSL so far. We're talking about Peshawar Zalmi, talking about top scorers for them. One guy who has really performed well for them is Rovman Powell. Let's hear his thoughts now on his HBL PSL journey so far.
This is actually about my 4th or 5th trip to Pakistan. My first memory of visiting Pakistan was 2016 or so. But when I come here, I realize the people of Pakistan are good people. And, just unfortunate things do happen. But, it's been good to come to Pakistan. Every year I actually look forward to coming to Pakistan. After coming here and I realize all the measures that they put in place to ensure that we are safe, and after spending time with the people of Pakistan, you realize that good people are actually in Pakistan. There are some quality cricket grounds there. I haven't played a lot of games in Rawalpindi, but it is definitely up there. Most of my games here I've played in, I think, Karachi and Lahore. And I think so far Lahore leading, it's a very good batting wicket, and I am a batsman, so normally batters would enjoy Lahore. Maybe Karachi biryani, it's spicy and it reminds me of the Caribbean. Just want to give credit to people in the hotels, the hotels where we stay. I think the hotel staff have been fantastic. They have been once we call on them, they're generally reliable, and they always get things done for us. So, a lot of credit have to be given to all the hotels that we stay. A lot of people would say Babar Azam, but at the moment my favorite Pakistani cricketer is Saim Ayub. Yeah, I think Peshawar Zalmi is just the way how the team plays. The team believes in a holistic environment. In everyone believes in each one. No man is more important than the other, and we try to push that across the board. I would encourage the fans to come on board, keep on supporting Peshawar Zalmi, and hopefully we on the field will bring joy and will bring smiles to your face.
Such a great experience to be part of the HBL PSL, and no better person than Butch to tell you all about it, because he is pretty much a local now. Butch, there's so many things that we love about Pakistan, including the food.
Yeah, absolutely. The food, he rightly mentioned sort of the service, the way that we get looked after when we move around the country in the hotels. I also would like to point out that people's perception of Pakistan who have never been here before is a million miles away from the reality of it. The warmth of the people, the friendliness, the clean nature of the cities, everything about it is fantastic, and I never hesitate coming back.
And all those late nights that you're involved in?
Well, I even saw the work, isn't it? I mean, it's just work on this trip.
All right, work and a little bit of play as well. That's what we love. Sana, but it's just great to see, HBL PSL as a brand is also an opportunity to give a softer image of the country. Like Butch rightly pointed out, a lot of people are not aware of what this country is all about. Not just the scenic beauty, but also the food, the culture, a bit of everything.
And that's what sports is all about. It's the essence of sports is to bring people together, to exchange cultures, to exchange knowledge of the sport as well, to grow the sport, but also about how the media sometimes make perceptions for you guys, and once you do that yourself, it's a different ball game, like Butch just pointed out, and we have experienced that ourselves about different countries that we have thought about when we saw from the media. So I think it's a great platform to get the cultures together and have the first-hand experience.
Absolutely. First-hand experience is extremely crucial, but we're now entering the business end of the tournament. Don't forget that. We're talking about the HBL PSL. It's getting really interesting. The top two are sealed. It's about number 3 and number 4 who's going to be making it. So we've got all the action lined up for you. Remember, tomorrow is an off day in Pindi. Tomorrow is an off day in Pindi, but we do have the El Clasico happening in Karachi. Karachi's been off for a while. They've been chilling. They've been hanging out, all of them. Erin, Waqar, Rooj. I'm just really glad that you get to work now. Finally, Karachi's taking on Lahore Qalandars. Remember, they won their last game. They're out of the competition, but they're sitting very easily because they've got nothing to lose. Those teams are mostly the most dangerous when they've got nothing to lose. In Karachi, it's a huge pressure game for them. So should be a fantastic one. Thank you so much, Sana. And Butch, always a pleasure to have you guys here. It was a fantastic game overall. Pindi has been so wonderful. We've only got one more game left here, but all eyes on tomorrow. That's pretty much all we have for you from here in Pindi. It's a chilly night, so we're going to say sign off and say goodbye.